Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving deep into gratitude today.
Gratitude, huh?
Yeah, gratitude. We're going to explore what it is and why it matters.
I think that's interesting. Where are we getting all this info from?
Two awesome issues of Creative Nation magazine, the gratitude issue and the gaze issue.
Okay, two whole issues about gratitude. I'm intrigued. What kind of stuff are we talking about?
Well, we'll hear real stories and expert opinions, and we'll see gratitude in action, like in faith and even art.
Wow, gratitude and art. Never thought about that.
Right, and there's even a story about a teacher starting a whole community service club because of gratitude.
So it's not just a feeling then.
Exactly. It's way more than that.
All right, I'm ready to dive in.
Okay, so the magazine starts by talking about the soul of gratitude. What do you think about that phrase, like gratitude having a soul?
The soul of gratitude. Well, I guess it makes sense if you think about gratitude being more than just a quick thank you.
Right. It's about a shift in perspective, like seeing the good stuff even when things are tough.
Like, how does that actually work, though?
The magazine says it's all about changing your focus. Instead of looking at what's wrong, you try to see the good things.
Okay, but how do you do that practically, like in everyday life?
They give some really great examples, like taking time to appreciate a coworker who helped you out, or really listening to the birds singing.
Oh, okay, like little moments of mindfulness. I can see how that can make a difference.
It's about being present and actually soaking in those good moments.
Yeah, I get it. But something that struck me is how they talked about gratitude not being a solo thing. It actually connects us to others.
You're right. Like when you show appreciation for someone, even for something small, it strengthens your bond with them.
I guess it makes sense. Right. When you recognize someone's kindness, it builds a connection.
And speaking of connections, what did you think about the section on giving back?
Giving thanks by giving back.
Yeah, that one. It's all about putting gratitude into action.
Oh, yeah, I loved that part. They called it the purest form of thankfulness, which I thought was a cool way to put it.
I know, right? It's like you're so thankful for what you have that you want to share it with others.
Exactly. And they had some great examples of people doing just that. Like, what was that teacher's name? Shelley.
Yeah, Shelley. She started a community service club at her school because she was so grateful for her amazing students.
That's awesome. It's like her gratitude was the inspiration for doing something good for others.
Totally. It shows how gratitude can be a catalyst for positive change. And then there was the retired engineer Delroy. Remember him?
Oh, yeah, Delroy. He was building homes for people in need.
Right. He saw his skills as a gift and wanted to use them to help others.
What a great example of finding purpose through giving back.
And then there was the chef, John. He was taking surplus food and turning it into meals for the less fortunate.
Oh, yeah, John. He realized that there was so much abundance in his life and wanted to share it with those who didn't have enough.
It's like he saw the interconnectedness of everything, you know?
Right, like we're all part of something bigger.
And the magazine had some really practical advice on how anyone can give back.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be this huge, elaborate thing. Even small acts of kindness can make a difference.
They talked about volunteering, donating, even just helping out a neighbor.
And using your skills to give back is a great idea, too. Like, if you're good at photography, you could offer your services to a nonprofit.
Exactly. Find something you're passionate about and see how you can use it to make a positive impact.
I love that. And speaking of making a positive impact, the next section is all about gratitude's connection to faith.
Yeah, gratitude, a bridge to faith. They use this really cool analogy of music and dance to describe their relationship.
Music and dance.
Yeah. They said gratitude and faith have this kind of back and forth relationship, like a dance. The more grateful you are, the stronger your faith becomes.
Interesting. So it's not just about believing, it's about appreciating.
Exactly. And the magazine says that daily gratitude practices can actually strengthen your faith, make it more resilient.
Like even when things get tough.
Exactly. It's about choosing to see the good even in the midst of challenges, like actively looking for the blessings in your life.
Okay, I can see how that could help with perspective.
And they also talk about gratitude being like a gateway to divine guidance, like opening ourselves up to hearing a higher power's voice.
Almost like tuning into a specific frequency. That's kind of a cool way to think about it.
It is. And they say that serving others is like gratitude in motion, putting those good vibes into action.
Makes sense. If you're truly grateful for the good things in your life, you'd want to share that with others.
Right, whether it's volunteering, being kind, or just being there for someone who needs you.
It's like gratitude becomes a verb. It's not just a feeling, it's something you do.
Exactly. And it all comes back to recognizing that we're not in this alone. We've been given gifts, and it's our responsibility to use them to help
I
others.
like that. It's about sharing the credit and recognizing that there's something bigger at play.
So beautifully said. And the magazine also talks about how gratitude can help us even when we're going through tough times.
Really? How so?
Well, they say it's not about ignoring the pain or pretending everything's okay. It's about finding things to be grateful for, even in the midst of suffering.
But how can you be grateful when things are falling apart?
It's about focusing on what you still have, even the small things, like your health, the people who love you, even just the fact that you're alive.
I guess it's about finding those little glimmers of hope.
Exactly. And holding on to them, letting them give you strength. The magazine also talks about how gratitude can help us surrender to a higher power's plan.
Like letting go of control and trusting that things will work out the way they're supposed to.
Yeah, exactly. And finding peace in that surrender, it's a powerful concept for sure.
It is. And you know what else is powerful? The way the magazine talks about appreciating the simple things in life.
Oh, yeah, embracing life's simplest blessings. Right.
That's the one. It's all about recognizing the abundance that's already present in our lives.
Things we often take for granted, like having food to eat, clean water to drink, a roof over our heads.
Yeah. The magazine shared that story about families in earthquake-stricken villages. They were so grateful when aid trucks arrived, just for basic necessities.
It puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
For sure, it makes you realize how much we have to be thankful for. And there was that story about the shipwrecked sailor who was so grateful just to find fresh water and shelter.
Oh, yeah. Things that we might not even think twice about in our everyday lives.
It's a good reminder to not take those things for granted.
And they also shared a story about Sarah. She volunteers at homeless shelters. Yeah. She said that volunteering gave her a whole new appreciation for the comforts she has in her own life.
I bet. Seeing people who lack even the most basic necessities can definitely make you grateful for what you have.
Absolutely. And the magazine talked about how the pandemic, with all the food shortages and stuff, really made people appreciate having access to food.
Yeah, it was a wake-up call for a lot of people.
For sure. It showed us that those things we often take for granted are actually privileges.
Right. And it's important to be grateful for those privileges and to use them to help others.
I agree. It's amazing how gratitude can open our hearts to compassion and make us more aware of the needs of others.
It's like shifting from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance.
Exactly. Recognizing all that we have and wanting to share it with those who have less.
This has been eye-opening already. It's like gratitude has so many different layers.
I know, right? And we're just getting started.
You know what strikes me? It's like gratitude's not just this thing we feel, it's something we express too.
It's true. It's like gratitude has its own language.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how do we communicate that feeling to others? How do we show them we appreciate them?
Well, that's exactly what Creative Nation magazine dives into next. They call it the language of gratitude.
Okay, the language of gratitude. I like it. So how do we speak it?
It's more than just saying those two little words, thank you, although those are definitely important.
Right, thank you is a good start. But what else?
Well, they talk about words of affirmation, like giving someone a genuine compliment or writing them a heartfelt thank you note.
Oh, yeah. Those little things can really brighten someone's day. It's like you're acknowledging their impact on your life.
Exactly. And then there are thoughtful gestures and gifts, like bringing a coworker lunch when they're swamped, or surprising a friend with their favorite coffee.
Oh, that's sweet. It's like a tangible way to show you care.
Right. It doesn't have to be anything big or expensive. It's the thought that counts.
And sometimes the best way to show gratitude is by actually doing something for someone.
You mean acts of service?
Yeah, those. Like helping a friend move or cooking a meal for someone going through a rough time.
Oh, absolutely. Or even just lending a listening ear when someone needs to vent.
Those are all such great ways to put your gratitude into action.
It's like saying, I appreciate you so much that I want to do something to make your life a little easier.
And in our crazy busy world, sometimes the most valuable gift you can give someone is your time.
Oh, you mean quality time?
Yeah, like actually being present with someone without distractions and really listening to what they have to say.
That's huge. It shows that you value their company and their presence in your life.
And what I love is that the magazine encourages us to be creative with how we express gratitude.
Oh, totally. Think about the person you're expressing it to and what would be most meaningful for them. It doesn't have to be conventional.
So true. Like maybe it's a handwritten letter or a small act of service that speaks to their unique interests.
It's about making it personal and genuine. And you know what? I think gratitude, when it's expressed like this, it becomes a universal language.
Ooh, I like that. Universal language. It connects us all.
Exactly. It transcends cultural differences and speaks straight to the heart. And as we practice speaking this language, we create a more compassionate and connected world.
Beautiful. It's like every act of gratitude sends out these ripples of kindness and reminds us of the good in humanity.
Speaking of good things, the magazine also delves into this really intriguing idea, the divine artistic muse.
The divine artistic muse. Sounds mystical.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
It's about how gratitude towards a higher power can be a major source of inspiration for artists.
Wow. Gratitude inspiring art. I never thought about it like that.
Right. They have some awesome examples, like the music of gospel duo Mary Mary. Their lyrics are just overflowing with gratitude for their faith.
Oh yeah, I love Mary Mary. Their music is so uplifting. You can really feel their gratitude shining through.
And then you have contemporary Christian artist Chris Tomlin. His song, Good, Good Father, is like an anthem of gratitude.
That song is so powerful. It just resonates with something deep inside you.
And going way back, the Psalms of David are full of expressions of gratitude and praise.
The Psalms, yeah. Those ancient words still have so much power today.
It's amazing how these expressions of gratitude have echoed through the centuries, inspiring people from all walks of life.
And it's not just music either. The magazine talks about how artist Agnes DeMille created the ballet rodeo as a way to give back to the higher power that she felt had given her so much.
Wow, a whole ballet inspired by gratitude? That's incredible.
It is. It shows how gratitude can fuel such powerful creative expressions.
And then you have the peaceful landscapes of painter Thomas Kincaid. He saw his art as a reflection of his faith, a way to honor the creator.
I love Kincaid's paintings. They have this serenity and beauty that just makes you feel at peace.
And even Michelangelo's famous statue of David was created as an expression of gratitude for victory.
Really? I never knew that. It's amazing how gratitude can inspire such grand works of art.
Right. It shows how gratitude can transcend time and culture. And there's this really cool story about artist Sairo Kabiru. He makes eyeglasses from found materials.
Eyeglasses from found materials. That's so creative.
I know, right? And then he gives those glasses away to people in need.
That's awesome. He's using his artistic talent to express gratitude and make a difference in the world.
And then there's the breathtaking nature photography as Ansel Adams. He saw his art as a way to express awe and gratitude for the beauty of creation.
Ansel Adams, yeah. His photos are just stunning. You can really feel his reverence for nature.
It's like he captured those moments of pure gratitude and shared them with the world.
So how do we tap into this divine artistic muse ourselves?
Well, the magazine says it's all about realigning ourselves with our creative source. When we approach our art with gratitude, we open ourselves up to inspiration and allow that divine energy to flow through us.
It's like we become a channel for that creative force.
Exactly. It's about shifting from ego to gratitude, recognizing that our talents are gifts.
And when we create from that place of gratitude, our work takes on a deeper meaning and purpose.
It becomes an expression of something bigger than ourselves. And now, shifting gears a bit, let's explore how gratitude can help us unlock our potential for growth.
Unlock our potential. How does gratitude do that?
Well, Creative Nation magazine calls this section Opening Doors with Gratitude. It's all about embracing opportunities to learn and grow.
Okay, so gratitude helps us learn and grow.
It's about recognizing that every chance to learn is a gift, no matter how big or small. And they have some great stories about people who did just that.
Oh, tell me more.
Well, there's Kathy, the nurse practitioner. She was so grateful for the opportunity to get her master's degree. She saw it as a chance to expand her knowledge and make a bigger impact.
That's awesome. It's like her gratitude fuels her ambition.
Right. And then there's Ben, the entrepreneur. He was so thankful for the opportunity to take entrepreneurship classes that gratitude helped him create a successful company.
So gratitude can be a powerful motivator. It can push you to achieve your goals.
Exactly. And don't forget Lucia. She was an aspiring artist who discovered her talent in free drawing classes.
Let's see ya.
Yeah. She approached those classes with an open mind and a grateful heart, and that allowed her to really blossom.
Like gratitude opens us up to new possibilities.
Absolutely. And then there's Malcolm. He's a retiree who found a new passion in learning carpentry from his mentor, Dion.
Carpentry. That's cool. So it's never too late to learn something new.
Exactly. And what's really cool is that Malcolm was so grateful for the opportunity to learn from Dion. That gratitude strengthened their bond and made the whole experience even more enriching.
I love that. Gratitude fostering mentorship. That's beautiful.
So how do we cultivate this attitude of gratitude toward learning?
Good question. What does the magazine suggest?
They say it starts with recognizing that every chance to learn, whether it's formal education or just an everyday experience, is a gift.
Okay, so appreciate the opportunity to learn. What else?
They also recommend taking time for reflection, thinking about why we've been given certain opportunities and what we can learn from them,
It's like searching for the deeper meaning behind our experiences.
and recognizing that success is rarely a solo journey. We learn and grow with the help of others, teachers, mentors, colleagues, friends.
Takes a village, as they say.
Exactly. And acknowledging those people and expressing gratitude for their support that not only strengthens our relationships, but also fosters humility.
It's about recognizing that we're all interconnected.
And as we develop this attitude of gratitude towards learning, we become more receptive to knowledge, more open to new experiences, and more likely to reach our full potential.
It's like gratitude unlocks the door to a whole world of possibilities.
I love that analogy. And you know what? This deep dive into gratitude has been so insightful. We've seen how it can transform our relationships, inspire our creativity, and even help us navigate challenging times.
It's amazing how this one concept, gratitude, can touch so many different aspects of our lives.
I know. And we're not done yet. There's still more to explore.
I'm especially curious about how gratitude can help us through adversity. And I'm intrigued by that section on corporate gratitude. Like, how does gratitude show up in the workplace?
You know, it's fascinating how gratitude shows up in some pretty unexpected places, like
Yeah.
the corporate world or even in sports.
I know, right? It's like gratitude has a way of weaving itself into every corner of life.
It's a universal enhancer. But before we get to those, let's talk about nature. Creative Nation magazine has this beautiful section called Thanking Yahweh for Everything.
Thanking Yahweh for everything. I like the sound of that.
It's all about how spending time in nature can really open us up to gratitude.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Like, when you're surrounded by so much beauty, it's hard not to feel grateful.
Exactly. The magazine suggests taking some time, just be present in nature, like kneeling in a garden and feeling the soil.
Grounding yourself, literally. I can see how that would make you feel most connected to the earth.
And witnessing a sunset. Those colors, the transition from day to night.
Oh, yeah, sunsets are always magical.
It's like a daily reminder of the beauty and the cycles of nature.
And a reminder to be grateful for another day. Even the simple things, like wildflowers, can spark gratitude.
Oh, I love wildflowers. They just pop up in the most unexpected places.
Right, they're like little bursts of color and joy. And the magazine encourages us to go beyond our backyards, to explore mountains, observe wildlife.
To really immerse ourselves in the vastness of nature.
Exactly. It puts things in perspective and makes you realize how much we have to be grateful for.
And even just finding a quiet spot by a stream can be a powerful experience.
Listening to the water flow, feeling the peace.
It's like finding a moment of stillness amidst the chaos of life.
And who can forget those magical moments under a starry sky? Campfires, sharing stories with loved ones.
It's about connection, wonder, and gratitude for the universe and all its beauty.
It's those moments that really make you appreciate the simple things.
So how do we cultivate this habit of thanking Yahweh for everything? How do we make gratitude a part of our everyday interactions with nature?
It starts with being intentional, making a conscious effort to notice the beauty and the wonder all around us.
Like challenging ourselves to find something to be grateful for, no matter where we are.
Whether it's a towering mountain or a tiny ant carrying a crumb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about how gratitude can help us navigate tough times.
Tough times, huh? Like when life throws you a curveball.
Yeah, those moments when things feel overwhelming or even hopeless. The power of gratitude in navigating adversity, that's what the magazine calls it.
So how can gratitude help when things are falling apart?
Well, it's not about ignoring the pain or pretending everything's okay. It's about choosing to focus on the good, even when things are difficult.
Okay, but how do you do that when it feels like there's nothing good to focus on?
It might not be easy, but it's about finding those little glimmers of hope, those small things we can still be thankful for.
Like what? Give me some examples.
It could be the support of loved ones, a moment of beauty in nature, a kind gesture from a stranger.
Okay, those little things that remind you that there's still good in the world.
Exactly. And those small acts of gratitude can make a big difference in how we experience hardship.
I can see that. It's like those little sparks of gratitude can help us stay afloat when we feel like we're drowning.
The magazine also talks about how gratitude can actually strengthen our resilience.
Resilience,
Huh.
like that inner strength that helps us bounce back.
Exactly. When we focus on what we're grateful for, it gives us energy to keep going.
It's almost like gratitude fuels our inner fire.
and it helps us develop a more positive outlook, even in the midst of challenges.
Instead of focusing on what's wrong, we start to appreciate what we still have.
And that shift in perspective can make a huge difference. The magazine also highlights the importance of gratitude in nurturing inner strength.
Inner strength, huh?
Yeah.
So gratitude helps us tap into our own power.
Exactly. When we acknowledge the lessons we've learned from tough times and the growth we've experienced,
It's like we're building up our inner reserves of strength and wisdom.
and it helps us develop the resilience we need to face future challenges. Now, let's switch gears and talk about something you might not expect gratitude in the corporate world.
The corporate world, that's an interesting one.
I know, right? But the magazine has a whole section on it called The Transformative Force of Corporate Gratitude.
So how does gratitude transform a workplace?
Well, it starts with creating a culture of appreciation where employees feel valued and recognized for their contributions.
I can see how that would boost morale.
Totally. And it's not just about praising big achievements. It's about acknowledging effort and dedication, even for the everyday tasks.
Yeah, like a simple thank you can go a long way.
Exactly. It makes people feel seen and appreciated,
Yeah,
and that can lead to a more positive work environment, increased productivity, and even greater loyalty to the company.
it's like a win-win for everyone involved.
And for our final stop on this gratitude journey, let's head to the sports field. The magazine celebrates the Springboks' victory at the 2023 Rugby World Cup as a powerful story of unity and inspiration.
The Springboks, wow, that was an incredible win.
It was. And their victory sparked a wave of national pride and unity across South Africa.
Bringing people together from all different backgrounds.
Exactly. It was a powerful reminder that even in the face of challenges and divisions, a shared sense of gratitude and celebration can unite us.
And their win was a beacon of hope, not just for aspiring athletes, but for everyone.
It showed us the power of resilience, determination, and believing in something bigger than ourselves.
It's amazing how one team's victory can inspire an entire nation.
It's true. And as we wrap up this deep dive into gratitude, I'm struck by how multifaceted it truly is. We've explored its transformative power in our personal lives, in our communities, in our creative expressions, and even in unexpected places like the corporate world and on the sports field.
That gratitude has this incredible ability to touch every aspect of our lives.
And it's more than just a fleeting feeling. It's a perspective, a practice, a force that shapes us individually and connects us to something much larger than ourselves.
I love that. It's like we've uncovered this secret ingredient to a more fulfilling and meaningful life.
And as we close out this episode, we're reminded of the powerful message from Psalm 102. Even when we're facing hardship, we're not alone.
There's a higher power who sees our struggles, hears our prayers, and offers comfort and support.
And this message ties in so beautifully with gratitude. Even in the midst of challenges, we can choose to focus on the blessings, on the evidence of love and faithfulness.
Gratitude gives us strength, resilience, and hope. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there's always something to be thankful for.
So as we go forth from this exploration, let's carry this spirit of gratitude with us. Let it shape our thoughts, our actions, and our interactions with the world.
Let's make gratitude a daily practice, a way of life.
May we find reasons to be thankful in every moment, every experience, and every encounter.
Because when we cultivate a heart full of gratitude, we open ourselves up to a world of beauty, meaning, and connection.
Until next time, keep seeking, keep learning, and keep thanking Yahweh for everything.